If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard in Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Hey folks, this is Rick from the PWZ podcast. I want to thank you all for listening for the past year and a half. Now, if you'd like to grab a t-shirt, coffee mug, mask, anything else, we do have a store. Check the link in the description of this episode. There is currently a 35% off sale going on for the next 48 hours. That's 35% off. You can grab yourself a PWZ t-shirt, PWZ coffee mug, a hoodie, or even shirts for kids and onesies for your little baby. Thank you all for the support and continue listening.
Again for a WrestleMania discussion / prediction video. So this year we have kind of the three musketeer of channels here. We have, of course, the DVD Freak, and then you guys can reintroduce yourselves.
This is Rick from the Pro Wrestle Zone podcast.
Joey, Tommy. From Wrestling Rampage.
So, are we looking forward to WrestleMania this year?
Oh, man, that's a really tough question. Last night starts 9 days of programming, and I'm not really looking forward to watching much of it, so I don't know. I how far did you guys get into Raw last night? I know DVD Freak, you didn't watch any of it. Did you guys attempt Raw at all?
No.
I at least try every Monday. It ends up stopping anywhere between 10 minutes and an hour in before I end up saying fuck this and shut it off. Last night was the longest I've ever gotten in at 90 minutes in probably 2 years.
Don't it feel like Raw never ends?
Yes, it's way too long. It's just way too long these days.
That's why I have WrestleMania for 2 nights then. That's too big for one night. It is too big for one night once again.
Right. That's basically every week. It's like the length of a regular pay-per-view, 3 hours. And that's just way too much content right there. But nothing has changed. There's no quality put into the matches. It's just, all that stuff. I'm sorry, Freak. I'm hijacking the segment.
Oh no, go ahead. You want to complain? Go ahead. I'm all for it.
Matches are longer, and they go into commercial breaks, and they just had more segments. There's not more action added to it. There's just more crappy segments. What was it, last week or the week before? They only had 58 minutes of actual wrestling in a 3-hour program. The rest is all bullshit, interviews and in between skits. 58 minutes in a 3-hour program. It's supposed to be a wrestling program, but it's not. According to Vince McMahon, sports entertainment is a different thing altogether.
It reminds me of 2010 TNA.
You got a point there. That's when I stopped watching TNA, actually. I can tell you the exact date that I stopped. I'm sure you guys have heard me say this. It was October 10th, 2010. They kept hyping that 10-10-10 thing. Yep. I turned it on, and there was a Bischoff-Hogan promo for 45 minutes, and I gave up until 2018. So, I never even turned it on again.
Yeah, I started watching briefly in 2015, and then I stopped. So I haven't watched since. I know you do, but I don't.
It's gotten better, actually. But 2018 was really good. 2019 was really good. Now it's like hit or miss because a lot of the good people really left. And finally, they got rid of Josh Matthews on commentary like about 2 months ago because he was like the ultimate worst. I think he's worse than Michael Cole, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
All he does is yell most inappropriate times.
Remember that time you got a nosebleed on ECW? I think it was with like Byron Saxton or Matt Stryker or somebody. He's just like doing his little introduction. Then then he goes off camera.
Josh Matthews is a dweeb.
Yes. He's horrible. He's terrible. And he's supposed to be one of the producers. No wonder it's gotten so bad over there. Like some of the stuff. They got some. Anyways, we're getting away from the. We're supposed to be talking Mania.
Yeah, the thing about WrestleMania.
Peacock, right? Peacock.
Yeah.
I'll go on. I'll go on about that too. So.
Right to censor. They do have that right to censor.
Yeah, we're not. That's a different video for a different time. But
I went off on it last week. So the whole Peacock thing and how there's just too much bullshit being censored. And now, what is it, the Lawler thing? When Lawler called Goldust a flaming fag? Like, they're probably going to take that out when they eventually get to it. I mean, it's part of the story. I'm not saying I believe that. I'm just saying.
It's a way to draw heat.
Exactly. It's like you're gonna be taking out a lot of stuff that worked for them.
Yeah. It's stupid.
All right. So no pre-shows this year that we know of so far. Thank
well, that's
fuck.
A good.
Oh my god. So yeah, we have. It's supposed to be 3 hours each show. So no pre-show, none of that bullshit. It's gonna start at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 Central or whatever. But
it's not 7. Really?
No, it's 8. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I'm getting too old. I'm lucky I took Monday off. Anyways.
So night 1, we are looking at. I'm just going off the order here that's on Wikipedia. I'm assuming this is not going to be the opener, but. Night 1, we have the Tag Team Turmoil match. The winner receives a Women's Tag Team Championship match on Night 2. We have Lana and Naomi, Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott, and Natalya and Tamina. And then a mystery team, which I think I know who the mystery team is because I think they actually slipped up and accidentally spoiled it.
Mm-hmm.
So... I'll go last, just in case you guys don't know. So go ahead.
I really haven't been following, so
I think the mystery team is the Bellas win.
Go for it.
Oh God, no.
That's actually no. You might actually have a point because they did say, didn't they? It come out a couple months back that they want to do a final run, so that might actually make sense.
I didn't even think of that.
It'd be the final run.
Yeah, I mean they may not win it, but I mean there's a very good chance that they could come out and win it. But who knows, really?
They had enough to just like Elisa Fox to pamper the men wrestlers that come in there.
They can barely walk through.
That's all they want.
All right. Well, hell, Hall of Fame. Yeah. Then they get the big WrestleMania moment afterwards, right? Losing. Yeah. Hopefully.
There you go.
I guess you have no choice. You're just going to have to pick somebody. I don't really care about this match. Lana and Naomi. There you go.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I'm sorry, dude. I can't even pick because I don't even care. Like, to be honest with you, it's just. I mean, if anything, this is a match that if there was a pre-show, this would definitely be like the match that would go on 5 minutes before the main card. It'd be over in 2 minutes. Like, there's nothing about this match that strikes me. I mean, I don't care about the tag champs too much either.
I agree. To me, the match is pointless anyway, and it's just silly to me. I'm sorry, it just is.
I'll go with Lana and Naomi because they shake their ass on Instagram.
That's
the only thing.
Well, there you go.
would be entertaining.
So.
All right, Bailey and Carmella. That's the mystery team from what I've heard, as of 3 hours ago on Twitter. So that's my pick.
Actually, Brian Alvarez has actually said that he predicted that as well. Because Bailey's like a big star. According to WWE fans, Bailey's a big star that does not have a match. So, and Carmella as well. So they very well could be the team. At least that's what he was predicting. But they were also predicting could be Charlotte and Bailey, I think, maybe as a team, because they're predicting that he was predicting that Charlotte may come back. But I don't even know if that's entirely true either. If she's even ready to come back.
All right. Next we have Cesaro and Seth Rollins in a singles match.
Oh, Rollins is boring. I'm sorry. He is boring.
He is.
Rollins is watered down, in my opinion.
Yeah, Go ahead.
Has the mighty fallen on Seth Rollins? Oh my God! The Messiah stuff, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Oh my God.
That was bad. That was very bad. I can tell you exactly when I didn't care about him before, but I can tell you when I just decided to really hate on him was his feud with Bray Wyatt. That's what really ruined it. It's that steel cage match. I love Cesaro. I really do. I think he's one of the greatest wrestlers in the last 20 years, actual legit wrestlers. And I would love to see him go over. They are so high on Seth Rollins. Unless they're really gearing up to give Cesaro a push, it's been his time for 5 years. And they've been kind of hinting at it the last month or two with certain matches that they've had with him. And if they were going to give him this push, I think that going over on Seth Rollins would be the guy, because that's the guy that, WWE management seems to love and always puts in that very high position, so if Cesaro wins, that means I'm predicting that he's going to go further, throughout the rest of the year, or at least, the next few months, get his, shine, his time in the spotlight.
Well, he did win that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and that did nothing for your career as usual, right?
Right. It's a pointless Battle Royal.
Yeah.
They didn't even mention it past that week after, I think. So, actually, no, they've been pushing it actually recently too, because of Mania, I think. So, anytime he showed up on TV,
to me, Cesaro is the most underrated performer in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty sad because he's a great talent. And come on, he had on SmackDown, I watched one episode of SmackDown. Him and Daniel Bryan put on a great match.
That was just a few weeks back, probably a month back or so. Yeah, and that's the one where he split his head open, right? Yeah. That was a great match. It didn't go. I think they ended up cutting it short because it's supposed to go a lot longer until he started to bleed out in the back of his head. But it started to get really good, and then they ended it because of that.
But I want Cesaro to win this match because Seth Rollins has been horrible.
Yeah.
I think Cesaro's one hell of a good wrestler. But it's like I've said on Wrestling Rampage does at the time. WWE can take a good wrestler loaded with talent and make him look like crap.
Right.
We've done this several times. We all know this. I'm just sick of the whole damn thing. The way they portrayed these wrestlers. The ones that are great, they hold them down. The ones that ain't worth the fact, they raise them to the top. Bullshit.
Right. Oh, I totally agree.
Cesaro.
This is one of those ones you could probably just flip a coin because they're not going to care who goes over. They're just going to pick someone 5 minutes before the finish. But I not that I want to have faith in this company to do the right thing, but I think Cesaro could go over. I think maybe it would be a roll-up, though. It's not going to be a clean, definitive win.
A small
it should. Hopefully, it's a good match. If you give them 20 minutes, it will be. But I feel like they're just going to give more time to the women's turmoil match than this one. So I think this will be a good opener too. But I predict the WWE title match is probably going to open the show, but
How do you? I'm sorry to get in there, freak, but how do you figure that's going to open the show? They got both titles on the line, right?
yeah.
So aren't they splitting them up between the nights? So
Yeah,
wouldn't
from what
one
I
win-
heard, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair are the
That's
main
right.
event.
Okay.
And then the
Right.
reason they don't want to do a pre-show is because they want the first entrance to be a big deal. So I could see them having this be that first match in front of a crowd.
Okay.
That's the reason why I say it could be the opener. You know. But yeah, I'll say Cesaro. Fuck it. And then we have Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon for some reason.
Oh, gosh.
Oh hell.
In
Choo choo! Oh, my God.
What is with that? Because I thought that was a joke. Now they've been adding special.
Is a joke.
Oh yes, he is. He's an idiot in real life to begin with. Like, he's just complete ass. But I mean, he's come off like you see his social media posts. He's just not a very. I mean, he's not a very smart man. But not that, and they've been kind of they've been using that as a thing in storyline. But it's like, what's with WWE and adding this sound effects and special effects? I'm sure maybe I tweeted out
the tank engine. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, somebody said that on Twitter, and I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I went back and watched it. I was like, oh my god, because obviously I can't sit there and watch
it. Added the sound effect in or whatever. You know, you're like a fan made fun of it. Right. No, it's actually on the program.
Oh wait, that was actually on the program?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh wow, that's holy shit. All right.
There's other stuff too.
Braun Strowman, look what they did when they brought him in. Oh, he's supposed to be the guy that can turn over ambulances, can do this, can do that. Turned out, and then they got him tag teaming with a child.
Oh, God.
Break. It was ridiculous that they brought him in wrong, as well as WD always does, in my opinion. It's just totally ridiculous. It's just nonsense to me. The way they do their people that they brought in.
They're more interested in the entertainment rather than the actual quality of the product and doing actual wrestling action and such things like that. So they're going to bring in guys like that. And like if it was like when we were older, this kid would come in and just squash guys probably for months and months on end to build him up. But now it's just sound effects, trains effects, teaming up with a child, all this ridiculous stuff. It's just I got a feud with Sami Zayn where he supposedly murdered Sami Zayn and then Sami Zayn popped up, like throwing him in the dumpster or whatever. I'm like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's another thing we can. That's another thing we can get into.
The kid and everything like that right here. I seen that right there, and I just sat back in my chair and said, "Well, his career's over."
That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the downfall.
I don't give him about Braun Strowman anymore. I'm going with Shane McMahon.
I want Shane to jump off the cage. Fuck it.
I agree.
Is that going to be? Is the top sealed, or is that like an open?
That's an open. It's a steel cage match, so it's open.
So he's gonna take the dive off of it.
Yeah. On the announce table. Yeah.
I'm sure. If not coming off the top of the cage into the ring as well.
Shane.
I'd love to. I think it's going to be a screwy finish, if anything.
Well, this is going to be the first steel cage match since Hogan and Bundy at WrestleMania 2.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to. I'm not the biggest. I don't know. I like old school steel cage matches, but now it's just like, who gives a shit? Like,
bring back a blue cage.
Well,
here's my thing. Back in my day, when I watched steel cage matches, there was blood. I don't see no blood anymore.
Wow.
When you slam somebody against the cage, there's got to be effects when you hit somebody against that cage. Now it's just like they hit against it, bounce around for a little while, then they fall down.
Yeah.
It's the cage matches is just ridiculous.
And it was supposed to be a way to
because it doesn't persist what a cage should really be.
And it was supposed to be a way to blow off a feud. Now they're starting. It's just like, oh, I'm going to challenge you to a steel cage match after like shit talking for like 2 weeks, and so it's just like I don't get that part either. To where they do that, it doesn't make much sense to me. Like how they're like what their booking is.
So are we all going with Shane then? I gotta go Shane.
Yeah. I gotta go with Shane. I want to see him jump off the cage.
But I will say, if they're going to have a shitty finish, what they're going to probably do is have Shane jump off the steel cage, miss, and then choo-choo train, here comes Braun, and then it's over, right? That's probably how it's going to go.
You should write their storylines.
Might as well.
All right. Next up, this match pissed me off. Well, pretty much all of them did. But we have New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos. Is that his name? Omos? Is that how you pronounce it?
Almost. Yeah. Almost? Yeah. This match is another one that I don't give a shit about. Like, I'm assuming I think that there's just small chance that AJ and Almost are going to take the titles, but I'm so tired of the New Day. Like, legit tired of the New Day. Like, it's like a child's gimmick at this point. I mean, not that it ever wasn't, but it's just like it's gotten worse. It's like they've had their time in the spotlight. It's go away now, repackage them, break them up and repackage them.
Now it feels like the New Day has got go away heat.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I always said
it's not like they're not talented guys, because they both are. Yeah. But it's the gimmick, them as a team and them as a gimmick. It's like they just act like a bunch of jackasses behind stage. And then the freaking that match on Monday night was Xavier Woods pinned AJ in just under 2 minutes with a roll up. It was just AJ is one of the greatest wrestlers in modern history, probably the last 15 years or so. And it's just they made him look like an ass on Monday night.
I always said that New Day should have turned on Kofi at WrestleMania 35 when he won the belt.
That was actually predicted for a while. That was something like that. There had been talks of something like that, and then it never materialized. I mean, I thought it would have been interesting if that happened.
Yeah.
And it just angers me that AJ Styles is in a tag match at WrestleMania. Like, I know he was supposed to face Triple H originally, and then that was turned down. But that doesn't mean throw him in a tag match. Like, who wants to see AJ Styles confined in a tag match?
Mm-hmm. No one. Virgil.
Basically, yeah. Like,
right.
Maybe he'll go on the Hall of Fame someday, too.
Maybe.
I'll almost. Like, to me, he's like, all right, he's doing the bodyguard. I hope he don't learn from Bam Neely. Okay, where you don't do if you can't do nothing, or Luther Reigns, or I hope you don't push wheelchairs, or
there's never been a good bodyguard gimmick.
There's never been a good bodyguard gimmick. The last bodyguard I
maybe Diesel.
Maybe Diesel was the best bodyguard.
He got popular as time went on, Diesel, and then it just became too evident that you had to make him a babyface, and he ended up becoming one of the biggest superstars for the company at that time period. So,
but I'm going with AJ Styles, just AJ Styles.
Well,
AJ and Big Virgil, screw it. I'm gonna go with him.
I tell you what, considering the New Day, I never did like them. I never did. I'm being honest. But I'd be damned if those, the audience out there, I'd be damned if I'm gonna eat pancakes that comes out somebody's ass crack. No way, no how. And the thing about AJ Styles, why does he need a partner? AJ Styles don't need nobody except himself.
Right.
That's just something they want to throw together. That's a bunch of bull crap like they always do.
Right. That's one of the things. But yeah, AJ doesn't need a partner. He should be out there. He's a single superstar. He proved that in TNA in Japan and coming into WWE. He was the hottest free agent at that time. So, to be honest with you, his career wasn't all that great in WWE. I mean, there's been some really great moments, but there's been a lot of more garbage overshines the greatness, I think. But that's just his WWE. But I mean, everybody wants to get to WWE someday. You know what I mean? And that money was right there in front of him. But who knows what happens when he leaves WWE? If he'll even, will he retire or will he go AEW at some point? Sorry, All Petite Wrestling.
It goes like this right here. Most of these wrestlers just pick up that Chaka Khan money. And hey, I actually don't blame them. I mean, if you're giving away money, like I explained on Wrestling Rampage, I said if I was a wrestler, being a wrestler back in that right there, was a wrestler, and age kind of kept up on me like now.
Yeah.
If somebody signed me a contract making me big money, I go there. I go there just to come out every once in a while and say a few words.
Yeah.
And that's to me, all fringe wrestling. That's all they are anyway. They're loaded with superstars. They got superstars there that are old, and these young superstars that are there, they don't come up and ask the question, how do I get to the top in this right here crappy business, in this right here crappy business right here? They don't ask the questions. They don't care about them. They don't care about what they did in their career. And me, I would want to know, like, hey, how do I succeed in a business like this right here?
Right.
But they don't. It's sad.
There's a lot that could go into that. I mean, AEW, you got to say, there's a lot of deserving independent talents that probably were waiting too long to get to WWE. And this guy comes along and wants to throw them money. They can be on TV and so I don't blame a lot of those young kids, especially the guys that are like really hard workers. But I don't want to see somebody like Sonny Kiss on my TV every week or Nyla Rose on TV every week. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, or even freaking Orange Cassidy. I don't want to see him on my TV every week doing stupid crap. I don't know how you guys feel about those three that I mentioned.
You know how we feel about Orange Cassidy.
I don't like no dude that throws orange juice on somebody. I like to drink orange juice. I'm sorry. I don't throw it on nobody.
It's a waste.
A perfectly good waste of vitamin C.
Yeah, perfect waste of vitamin C. Why do you want to do that for? It's totally. It shouldn't even. It's just stupid. I'm sorry. I'm just saying the truth. They're just so ignorant.
Yeah. Definitely, absolutely. What else we got here, Freak?
Oh God! All right, let's breeze this one before I get too angry and then have to drink myself to sleep tonight. So next up we have Bad Bunny.
Oh my God!
Speaking of ignorant,
Jesus, no.
Spreaker is stupid.
Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. It's now a tag match as originally conceived versus The Miz and Morrison. I'm just going to give my prediction and let you guys go off. I'm going to say Miz and Morrison. Fuck it.
Get the fuck out of here. Anytime a celebrity comes in, the celebrity goes over. It's a sad affair, but it always happens. I love Damian Priest.
I feel like it's too predictable. They might try to swerve it.
It is, but The Miz and Morrison, talk about go away heat. Holy shit. Those guys, I mean, are the most annoying people on my television. Like, I cannot. This is the stuff that makes me turn the channel. Mm-hmm. It's not interesting whatsoever. And then they ruined some $3 million car last night on the Raw. This whole Bad Bunny thing, you guys know, me and Freak have spoken about it a million times about the celebrity involvement in professional wrestling. It's ridiculous. It's corny. But I love Damian Priest. I think he's great. He really is. Even when he was in Ring of Honor, he was really awesome. He was a promising star. Congrats to him to come to WWE and having this really awesome career. But for him to debut in Mania in this garbage, Jesus.
If I was Damian Priest, can I go back to NXT, please?
Please. Just pay me the same money, just let me go back.
And Damian Priest is a great talent. Like, I've seen him in NXT. He's great. And I'm like, You're putting him with Bugs Bunny? This guy is a goof, okay?
Bring out Daffy Duck and
I didn't know I did not know what the hell he was saying in the Royal Rumble. All I heard was Booker T, and that's all I could understand. And I could barely understand that.
Well, he's a big star on Spotify. That's why they had him on
Well,
there.
Spotify sucks. Who listens? You know what? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm confused. I had no idea who the hell this guy was when he came out.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I was like, who is this guy with 3 balls on his head?
I had to ask my kids. My kids knew who he was, though. So I was like, that sounds about the age range that he's trying to go towards. They were like, oh, yeah, I like him.
Oh, no. It looks like you have some work to do there, buddy.
In that stupid music video by The Miz and John Morrison. How hokey and shitty an Easter costume like Bugs Bunny Jr. over here?
Is that Hey Hey Hop Hop? That was...
Oh, yeah, how stupid was that?
Tommy showed me that. I go, what the fuck is this?
I was like, look how stupid this is.
It's a hit single, man.
I think a little stupid. I mean, and just like I said, well, where's Daffy Duck? Where's Elmer Fudd? Where's the rest of the cartoon characters coming after?
You remember when Miz hit him with that guitar shot, Bad Bunny?
Yes, that's what, a few weeks back, right?
Stupid face. It's like he was picking a wedgie out of his ass. The way he was okay? Like, I'll just go with Damian Priest. Enough said.
There you go, Damian
It's
Priest.
2-on-1 handicap match.
I just think that they're going to end up giving it to that team, and it's like you said, it's always the celebrity that goes over. He's going to end up getting the win for them. What's his face? The bunny guy.
I am really concerned here, guys. What has wrestling really come down to? All this garbage that we watch? Yes.
We could make a 2-hour episode based on what you just said.
It's like they want to watch cartoon characters now.
Yes. Yeah.
Bad Bunny's going to win. Probably pinning the
Yep.
Miz. Probably
Yeah.
sing Booker T after that. Makes a song.
Oh, I'm
about-
sure he's got to get involved. He'll got to get involved.
Well, I'm going with Damian Priest. I don't care. Let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
All right. So next up we have Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Yay.
This one, I feel like it could go either way, to be honest with you.
It could.
Prior to Lashley winning the title, I kind of was having this conversation. Now, the Hurt Business is one of the best things that they had going with WWE. It really was. And then they broke them up, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how could you be so stupid? Because it's just like the rest of your television product is pure shit. And the Hurt Business is the one thing people are tuning into.
Yeah. Like,
I don't want to see any, and then they break them up. But I'm getting away from the subject. But
Go ahead.
it's like I was so pissed off at that. It's just like, and I'm not even a huge Bobby Lashley fan, but right around that time period, I was saying Bobby deserves the title. If anybody in that company deserves it, it should be him. And this really could go anywhere. But I mean, because Drew never had a WrestleMania win as far as winning the title in front of a crowd. So it could go that way because there's going to be a live fan in attendance, but at the same time, they're really trying to push Bobby Lashley as that champion, as the face of the company right now. It could go either way. So I would like to see Drew win it, but as much as I'm not a huge Bobby Lashley fan. I think I said that like 5 times already. But
Do you like Bobby Lashley?
Not really. In TNA, I liked him a lot. I thought he was great in TNA. His WWE, he's just boring. It's because he has other people writing for him. In TNA, he was able to write his own crap, and he was actually, on the money. But I think that he could win I think he could continue because he's never really been at that spotlight that he deserves necessarily with WWE.
Yeah, I'm not the world's biggest fan of either of them, honestly, but I think it'd be stupid to not have Lashley win right now. So,
yeah, really hot right now.
I can honestly care less about this match, but I think Bobby should win, and I think he will. So that's my pick.
the Hurt Business was the best thing on Raw. This is the
That's not
only
saying
time.
much.
The only time that I've actually enjoyed anything of Bobby Lashley during his entire career, in my opinion, has been the last few months with the Hurt Business. And that was it.
And come on, like Shelton Benjamin, he's in that group. He's the most talented guy in that group.
He's pissed off about the Hurt Business breaking up. I don't know if you saw that. He went online, some interview he was in. He said that he's pissed off because he thought that it was the greatest thing. It was giving him a chance because when he re-signed with the company, he was just kind of lingering.
Oh, he was teaming with Chad Gable.
That has potential to be a good team, to be honest with you. The two of them are phenomenal workers, but those guys are going to be stuck in main event. Let's be honest. They'll be stuck on main event. They're not going to be going for tag title runs or any of that stuff. But you group those four together for the Hurt Business, like even Cedric was freaking lingering. You know, they push him up every few months and then bring him back down to doing jobs on main event, and then bring him up, back down. They put the four of them together, and it was really giving the full chance. What's that?
And Cedric Alexander's great as well. Like
he is.
And MVP fits great because he's the mouthpiece. He could cut the promos and tell. Look, we got the Raw Tag Team titles. We got the. Well, he had the U.S. title one time, and everything. It's like, look, we got all the belts, but no.
It's like a modern Horseman in a way, but it was like not crappy like Evolution. Sorry, but I don't know how y'all felt about Evolution, but I didn't care for them too much.
Yikes!
Am I drawing heat here?
Yeah, jeez, here we go.
It's really hard to choose in this match. It really is. But like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Bobby Lashley, but they made me interested in Bobby Lashley when he was with the Hurt Business. So, but I'm gonna have to go with Drew McIntyre on this one.
I think it's a very good chance. I like Drew a lot too. So
definitely Bobby, just for the fact that it'd be stupid for him not to win, and then just break up the Hurt Business for no reason.
Right.
But they do that anyway. So
it's stupid and Vince doing the same sentence.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what we want to see. It's just
anyway.
Go with Pop.
I tell you, I mean, totally honestly, I really don't care anything about the two. I've never really been a big fan of Bobby Lashley. I've never really been a big fan of McIntyre. I don't care who wins it.
You don't care, huh?
I'm with you.
I really don't care because to me, what does it really mean to any guy wins? All they're going to do is flounder anyway.
That's
And that's what's wrong with WWE right now. To take the stars that come from NXT, what are they doing? They're floundering. They're not doing anything. If they are, they're putting in the shitty ass gimmicks.
Yeah.
Well, what good is it?
NXT is the best thing about WWE at this present moment, as far as like quality product in the wrestling is. NXT is the best wrestling program that they have right now. I mean, but even still, that's now that they're on cable. We've discussed this before. They're kind of doing some garbage that like Raw and SmackDown does with like that kidnapping cup gimmick that they're doing with what's the guy, Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano, and those are two phenomenal workers, but they're doing like this whole ridiculous gimmick over there, and it's just like Jesus Christ. But that's still the wrestling program for WWE that's got the best wrestling and the most amount of wrestling in the 2-hour program.
I always thought if I had a wrestling company, I would want my performers to do what they do naturally, and that right there is wrestling. Don't put those chicken gimmicks on me. This is wrestling. Let's do some wrestling here.
Right. Old school style, not this flippity floppity stuff.
I don't down the lane. I don't put up with no shit ballroom dancing. Fuck that. Give me a gimmick of ballroom dancing, and my relation, somebody told me that, I'd be kicking them out of my damn office.
So, for the final match of night one, we have Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Belt.
I think it's
championship. We're not allowed to say belt.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck they're at this modern times. It's a championship. It's a championship. Bianca Belair. I think it's pretty easy to pick out that she's going with the title. I mean, they've been really building for it. That's my pick. I think that's actually who I want to win it as well. Who I'd like to see win it. I think she's a great talent. Sasha's just, she's all right.
Like I said, Sasha Banks, I could take her or leave her. To me, she's kind of gone downhill, in my opinion. But
yeah,
now
supposed to be a heel, you know.
She's not
a heel.
Yeah. And to be honest, Bianca Belair is better than the Street Profits. I'm saying that right now.
God, they're the worst. They are the worst.
I'm going with Bianca Belair because she has talent and she's more talented than her husband. How you like that? Because it's true.
I think she should be jobbing on main event. It's those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Saying Bianca Belair just because I mean she won the Royal Rumble, so I mean, and it'd be pretty shitty for them just to not. If it's not going to be a good match, not even win, it'd be a different story. So, I guess Bianca Belair. Pops.
I think it's her time to shine. I'm going with Bianca Belair.
Yeah, I don't really trust them to do the right thing. Part of me almost said Sasha Banks, just because I just could see them completely fucking this up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just go Bianca Belair. If this is the main event of the first night, they probably would want that happy go-home moment. So, yeah, I'll go with Belair.
Yeah.
So, for night 2, this first match, we'll just have to basically say whether or not we think they're going to retain the belts or not. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Obviously, whoever wins the turmoil match will face these two and probably not come out alive. But
are you saying that because Nia Jax is going to eat them?
Either that, or she'll just like sit on their head, or throw them into steel steps, or break
or
their
shove
neck.
it up their hole.
Yeah,
that's
that too. Yeah, use them as a vibrator, I guess.
And Baszler's going to attack him from the back with the neck bite.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's too.
That was bad. I really don't. This is another match. Whoever's going to win it, it all depends on who that mystery team is and if they're actually win it. But otherwise, like, women's tag titles, I don't really care too much about. There's another people that make me change a channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just me. Maybe I'm old school and I like watching my action, watch quality wrestlers. And Baszler's not bad. It's just there's no charisma there, and I think that's why they teamed her up with another person that has no charisma.
I think Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are a crappy tag team. That's just me. And I think
you're not the only one.
I think every diva tag team, I call them divas now because it's true. Because they barely wrestle nowadays.
Yeah.
And that Reginald's useless. That guy's a fucking goof. What a goof.
Get rid of that guy. Get rid of that guy. And the fact that
he didn't have one match in NXT, so how the fuck is he on this roster? If he didn't even have a match in NXT, he should have been hired.
But he put him up on SmackDown, right? Didn't he have didn't he wrestle a woman? He wrestled like in this intergender stuff.
Yeah.
Don't start promoting. Because then I'm going to tell you
He was in NXT before. He did have one match in NXT. So what makes him special?
What was he there for? Yeah, I have no idea. It was like a gimmick. You know, he's like a gimmick sidekick.
Yeah,
bullshit.
And to be honest, I think he sucks, but he's useless.
He's annoying, is what he is. And I mean, I don't mean annoying in a good way to where they're supposed to.
Annoying in a bad way, like get this motherfucker off Raw or whatever show you're on.
I don't even know. I think he bounces back and forth, whatever show, because the tag titles bounce back.
I guess I'll go with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. I'm like you, Rick. I don't give 2 fucks about this match.
Yeah, I know. It's just there's no interest whatsoever.
About the women's tag division itself. All they do is they team up shitty women together to try to make it relevant.
Yeah. Let's put Dana Brooke with Mandy Rose. They ain't doing shit. Let's put them together.
Yeah.
They're two blonde bimbos. Let's just let them let's just let them go. Fuck it. So fuck this, man. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. That's how we all feel. Jesus, this is getting a bad review, and the event hasn't even happened yet. Jesus Christ.
It's the prelude.
I'm just
I
gonna
don't think
say
I've ever given it a.
I'm just gonna
I don't
say
think
the
I've ever
title
given a
is-
show a bad review prior to it happening. So.
I tell you what, I really don't care. But if it's the Bella twins coming back for another run a little bit, you know, I'll say if it's them that they probably will win. But anyway, what to me, what did they accomplish in their career really? Yeah, they went to the Hall of Fame for what?
They didn't do nothing.
Pampering the men wrestlers that come in. That's all I know they did.
Oh, I know why they got in. Because there were Johnny Aces. There were John Laurinaitis, so that's how they got in, huh?
One of them's married to, well, what's his face? One of them's married to the other guy, the Bryan guy, Daniel Bryan. Oh my God, I can't even get his name.
The Bryan guy. What the hell is wrong
I
with you?
forgot.
Don't disrespect him on this channel, all right?
You're right. You're absolutely right. I should not have.
He is our
disrespected-
only saving grace here.
Actually, this literally. This is going to be.
I should get the Messiah gimmick. I think he should be,
God, I don't know. I had a brain fart. I'm sorry. I couldn't forget. I'd like to forget guys like Roman Reigns and stuff, but you know.
All I can see that they were is just like it was back in the day, and still today it still goes. Look at this, it's eye candy right here for you guys.
Yeah,
It is. It's what it is to me anymore, and nothing but eye candy.
Well, that's why I'm going with fucking Lana and Naomi. Yeah, they shook their ass on Instagram. I'm going with them. That's who I'm going with.
Well, for the ass, yeah, the same.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just.
I don't care. Everybody likes to look at eye candy. I don't care who you are.
are we still talking about the women's match? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I guess. I'll just go with it.
Breeze through this.
Yeah. Sound bites here, people. See, I'll just say title change. No one cares anyway. This is your.
no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares.
That right here just second rate to anything else that they got to do with, and I don't care.
Yeah, let's move on from that crappy ass match.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah, speaking of not caring, we have the United States Championship match.
Yeah.
This will be my bathroom break because I can't stand either of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We have Riddle and Sheamus, for fuck's sake.
Twinkle Toes Riddle with his little freaking birds.
Where did those birds come from? Did they come from his ass? Like, where did those birds come from?
Didn't they start that shit last week?
Yeah.
Literally, this shit happened, and I think Freak and I were talking about it before we went on there. And I saw this shit, and I was just like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me!" Like,
now he's
like
the man.
along with the choo-choo train and this, and I'm just like, they're really making an ass of him. Like, he's riding around on a scooter. He's acting like a complete stoner. That last week he was talking about getting fried shrimp and eating this and eating that, and I'm just sitting here, and then he comes out, Twinkle Toes and his birds and all this stuff. Like, could you make anybody else? Can you make them look any worse than they're making him look?
And did
I
you
mean, this is
he had with Asuka? He forgot what the fucking line was.
Or big in Japan. I remember that now.
So let me guess. They're making the Birdman Alcatraz now,
Yeah,
right?
now he's Birdman Matt Riddle.
No, he's the Riddler.
Should we get Frankie?
I'd like to really go off here, but I got people serious. So this is just horrible, and this match, Freaky don't care about it, but this match, I'd really like to say, because Riddle is annoying me so much, I'd like to see Sheamus kick the shit out of him.
And one I like.
Okay.
Yeah, because like this has made me this feud right here, as of last week, made me appreciate Sheamus a hell of a lot more when he kicked the shit out of him with the scooter.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going with Sheamus because I like Sheamus.
yeah,
And
I mean,
and so I'm going with Sheamus.
I don't care for his Irish bar room outfit that he's wearing now.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
But fucking, I don't like Riddle at all. I've never liked him.
Yep.
Don't care about him. The flip flops, the birds. So I'm going to go with Sheamus. Pops.
Well, I do like Sheamus kicking him out of the flip flops. I do like that part. And on top of that, right there, I do like Sheamus anyway. So I'm going with Sheamus.
I'm glad we're all on the same page here.
Yeah, Sheamus, I guess. Yeah.
I've never been too big on Sheamus, but he's always been like a good hand kind of a thing. So he's always gone in there. So it's not like I ever hated him. It's just he was just a guy that was just there. But this last month, I've grown to appreciate him a hell of a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
And that match, and the couple of matches he had with McIntyre as well. One at the pay-per-view where they went all over the arena was pretty fucking nuts as well. Sorry. This kid's upset.
All right, so for this next match, I need to just... I cannot describe to you the amount of hatred I have for The Fiend. Like, it is... Like, it's almost shocking how much I hate The Fiend. Like, I always didn't like it, but I'm like, all right, it'll work as long as you don't put the title on him. So, of course, at Saudi shit show number 2 or 3, they put the title on him.
Saudi shit shows, because it's true.
And it's just like, I don't understand how so many people enjoy The Fiend. They're selling the stupid masks. These are marks. I don't care if I offend anyone. These are marks buying these fucking stupid masks. It's
a character that's gotten over, that they like the character. Was it Tom Savini did the artwork and stuff like that? He was a legendary Hollywood makeup guy. So I get that part. The Fiend had a lot of steam rolling in to that feud with Seth Rollins, and then that shit, to me, that feud just he lost a lot of steam, and I said, you never take him or Seth seriously again after that. See, now Seth cooled down. They immediately had to turn him heel a week later. Immediately, because he lost a lot of steam.
Well, he went on Twitter bitching, too, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, he would throw fits on Twitter.
He's a little sissy, but according to him, WWE's like the greatest wrestling in the world. But we already know that that's not true. He sits like I think they still tried with The Fiend, and it's just, to me, it just is not working. And now this feud with Randy Orton is even dumber than anything that he's been doing. And I'm not saying that what's his name, Bray Wyatt. Is not a talented wrestler, because he is very talented. It's just the character, like, he needs to be repackaged. The Fiend needs to go away altogether. I can't tolerate it anymore, and it's just like, it looks like WWE TV is like really hard to watch. It's this stuff like this has just gotten me so uninterested in WWE, and they're still trying, like, over like what, a year and a half later after he lost all the steam. They must believe in it some way that they could repackage him and redo things, but now he's a piece of charcoal that comes out. So it's not working for me. It's still, ever since that, I can't respect the gimmick anymore.
Yeah. Like, at first I was behind The Fiend. At first.
Yeah.
Beginning. When he debuted it and everything. I was like, okay, it's a new gimmick for Bray, okay, and he's really talented. And then, once he had that match with Seth Rollins, I was like, you know what, fuck Bray Wyatt and fuck The Fiend, okay?
Yeah.
And I was like, I like Bray Wyatt, he's really talented.
DQs and big hammers, right?
Yeah, DQs and big hammers like I'm fucking watching Beetlejuice. Or fucking, I was like, and then
Beetlejuice made it funny.
And then the stupid you with Randy Orton. Randy Orton throwing up black shit. I was like, what is this, Papa Shango and Warrior?
Yeah. It's stupid. Yeah.
At least the Warrior did it. It was entertaining. Oh
yeah, at least with that. Can Randy Orton do that? Give me some entertainment here in your green fucking hoodie. Fuck. Like Randy Orton, I like Randy Orton. He's talented too. But I don't give a fuck who wins this match. because both of them are floundering, to be honest with you. But if I had
That's what I feel. Yeah.
Yeah. But if I had to choose out of seniority, I'd choose Randy Orton.
I'm gonna go with Randy just because I don't know. Light the Fiend on fire again. Throw Alexa Bliss in there too. I'm just at the point where I'm just done with all of them. I really am. Pops.
Yeah.
Another one of these. I really don't care who wins because all they're gonna be is just float like a dead fish anyway. So what makes the difference who wins it?
Right. Just 1 second here. I got about another 10 minutes before I gotta hit the road. So, it's not to. Sorry, guys.
You asshole. But
I've been called worse. So.
Same. But I'll go with the Fiend. I could see this as like an opportunity for Randy Orton just to take some time off.
Mhm.
Honestly, like the Fiend, he just came back from the dead, like Jason from Part 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say the Fiend. It'll be some really stupid bullshit. Maybe the Worms will come back from WrestleMania 33, or the giant sperm that walked down with Randy Orton. But yeah.
Oh my god.
So next up, I thought I read this wrong. What the hell is a Nigerian drum fight?
I have no idea what that is.
I heard it's like ain't it
Street
like
fight.
a street fight. No
Supposedly,
DQ,
yeah.
no count out. It's like, why don't you just call it a fucking street fight?
Because they gotta put something. They gotta
Cruz
put
is
something.
Nigerian. That's why.
Well, here's the thing. I don't give a
First,
fuck about Paulo Cruz's new gimmick. To me, he's been stale ever since. Mr. Smiley, I don't care how good you repackage the guy. He has a little bit of talent, but you always book him like shit anyway.
he was a guy that was on main event all the time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they bring him up and now they repackage him. And then so it's like it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's good for him that they're giving him TV time on the major, on the regular cable networks and stuff. So good for him at that part. But
It's still
the gimmick
Apollo
is just
Crews, but it's just Apollo Crews in long pants.
right. They always come up with these stupid titles for matches. You know what I mean? It's like last year was a boneyard match. They're not going to say they're in a graveyard, but they're in a boneyard. So it's like they always come up with these things to make them more sense. Yeah, I think Big E's going to take it.
Big E.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go against it. I'll go Apollo Crews. Fuck it.
Dick.
You like the accent?
Do you like the accent?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, God.
I haven't seen it.
When did he turn
You got to tune in.
A few weeks ago.
I think it's.
Mr. Smiley, and now I'm Nigerian next week.
I think they're really. I think Big E's going to be in the world title.
He could be.
I think he's going to be there sooner.
To me,
Pretty
he's
soon.
the best of the New Day members, in my opinion.
Absolutely. The funny part about it is I found him to be the most annoying prior when he was a singles wrestler in NXT. And then it's just like after, he became himself again in this new gimmick after they broke him up. I was just like, oh my God, now he's great, man. He's like, he's more seasoned, I guess you could say. Yeah. He's become something that's really, more of a good wrestler. I think he's definitely going to be in that.
And unicorns, and now he's fine and dandy.
I think he's definitely going to be in that world title picture, by the summer. I think for sure.
Yeah, I think this could be a good way to get him there. Is just have him lose the title now. But before you have to go, I'll bring this one up. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with Logan Paul.
Owens is going to win. I don't think there's any other anything else to say about that. I honestly think that that's kind of very obvious that that's going to happen. Personal opinion.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I would say I'm going to say Kevin Owens. Yeah. You think he's going to jump off the pirate ship?
I think he's definitely going to take a big bump. He has the last couple of years. Well, he wasn't at 35, but he usually takes a pretty big bump.
Yeah. And why the fuck is Logan Paul there? He's not needed.
Yeah.
He's not needed.
He's just some YouTuber, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber shithead.
And he's not that entertaining either.
I don't even know who the fuck he is. I mean, I just heard him, famous for him, just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm going with Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn has gotten better, Like, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
he's gotten way better than what he was
I
previously.
think he's always been good. It's just
Yeah.
that they've
Now
had
that-
his character, a different character
Yeah,
bouncing
I
around.
like the way he looks now with the big bushy beard, the fucking
It's
red
so-
hair. You know, he
Mhm.
looks different now, and he looks more better than what he did as a babyface.
Right.
But I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
go with Kevin Owens.
he's not a good. He's not a good baby face. Him as a heel is what he's supposed to be in the way that he's talking. The way he's good at talking as a heel.
Yeah.
One of the matches. Did we cover all the matches other than just one? Because I think
No, we have
that-
2 left.
You have 2 left.
All right, we can make this in just a couple minutes. I just want to mention the women's world title match, the Raw Women's title match, Asuka versus Ripley. My personal opinion, I think this is going to be the best match of the weekend. I honestly think that that's going to happen. Asuka is a phenomenal performer. Rhea Ripley is also just quite the great performer. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ripley wins the belt. I think that's where they're going with this, since she returned to the main roster. But I think it's just like going to be. I think they're going to go about a good 15 to 20 minutes, and I think it's just going to be a phenomenal match. And that should be a main event match right there.
Yeah,
because that's going to be. I think it's going to tear the house down.
Yeah.
Especially for Ripley to try to get back on the main roster instead of just
Right.
being there.
and she had a good match with Charlotte Flair last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great match.
But before we give our picks for that one, because we'll have to discuss this a little bit after you're gone. Who's your pick for the Universal title? Rick.
Brian,
Okay.
I definitely think that, you know, Edge just is not cutting it, dude. Like, he's not since his return. And I've read, and Alvarez and Meltzer have talked about this on their radio program, that every time Edge is on the TV, that's when they're at their lowest rating. Like, you know, so I'm just like, his comeback at the Rumble last year, that was something else. I mean, don't get me wrong, I popped, but ever since then, it's just been really boring. Like, I'm just not sold on it. Like, his comeback was really awesome, but I just don't think that the feud with him and Roman has been very interesting. I think adding Daniel Bryan, see, I got it right that time. You know, it was needed, and I wouldn't be surprised because they want to get. It looks like they want to take the title off of Roman, and they don't want to necessarily pin Roman. So either Edge is going to take that fall, or Bryan's going to take that fall.
Before you have to go, where can we find you?
You can find me on every form of the socials, PWZ Podcast, and you can find me on the Twitter, the Rick Del Santo, and you can harass me there, and I'll bother you. So, yeah. Enjoy.
All right, man. Yep. All right. Well, thanks
you're
for.
gonna
What's
you're
that?
gonna have to start.
I'll start re-recording after you go. We only have 2 matches left, so.
Really? Still? Shit. I'll try to phone in my mine later. So,
Well,
all right, guys.
No, you got yours in. We didn't get ours in.
Oh, you didn't get yours in. Sorry,
I had
guys.
you get yours in.
All right. Thank you for having me. I'll talk to you again later, and we got to do this again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
All right, man.
Next time, Rick.
So we got his picks for the last 2 matches, but so we'll go with Asuka versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship. I think this one's kind of obvious. I think it's probably the most predictable match for night 2, honestly. I got to go with Rhea Ripley. I don't think it would make much more sense. As much as I love Asuka, I think she's probably my favorite women's talent they have right now, but honestly, like, she has nothing more to prove with this title reign. Let's be honest.
I think this has the makings of a great match because Asuka's really talented, and Rhea Ripley, fucking great. And I was like, when she lost at WrestleMania, I was like, why did she lose to Charlotte Flair? You know, but I'm sorry, I think Rhea Ripley deserves to have the Raw Women's Championship. Asuka's had her time. She's a great performer. And it won't hurt Asuka one bit if she loses at WrestleMania because she's lost before a lot of times. So I'm going to have to go Rhea Ripley.
Same, Rhea Ripley, because, I mean, the only time that Asuka really got shit on was when Ronda Rousey did the whole entrance at
Oh, yeah.
at the Royal Rumble when she won,
Yeah.
and just pointed at the WrestleMania
She got shit
sign.
on real bad.
That's the only time I've seen Asuka like really get shitted on, but definitely there's no shame in for Rhea Ripley to win the Raw Women's Championship. Pops.
I'll go with Rhea Ripley because here's the thing. I mean, to me, Asuka has nothing to prove anymore. She's already stated herself as who she is, and taking that loss, it doesn't mean anything, because we all know that she can get the title back really badly anytime she wants to. So, that's just my opinion of that.
Yeah. I think it's Rhea Ripley's time to shine. And plus, she lost last year, so it'd be really stupid to have her lose again this year. Like, you can't really recover from that one.
And when Rhea Ripley came out, she got a big pop. TV pop, but still got a pop.
Thunderdome?
Yeah,
The edited pops.
Yeah, the edited pop.
So our main event, a very interesting main event. This could go, honestly, one of three pretty even ways. I could see this going, I don't really know. At this point, you're just going to kind of have to pick your favorite. But we have Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship. I do completely agree with what Rick said. I loved Edge during his first run, but now it's almost just kind of embarrassing. I know Vince wasn't happy with how Edge looked. His age is starting to show. And I just don't think the charisma's there, because this is like the rated R superstar. This was Edge. Like, he was one of the best of the, late Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression era. And, he had his retirement, unfortunately, his early retirement in 2011. And it should feel a little more important that he's getting that title match for the title he never lost, So I think it says a lot that just there's not too many people really high on Edge right now, because this should be a bigger deal. Him winning the Rumble was kind of mixed. It was pretty mixed with me. I didn't agree with it, but I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know who to pick for this one, though. I could see this going either any of the three ways.
Yeah. To me, I don't know if y'all agree, but I think Roman Reigns has gotten better as he switched heel.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Paul Heyman.
This is what should have happened 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, he's gotten way better than he was as babyface. And to be honest, to me, I've never liked Roman Reigns, but now I'm starting to like him.
Yeah, same.
Because I've never been a Roman Reigns fan. But now the way he is now, I like him. It's because he's not like he used to be.
Roman can get it done in the ring. I didn't really like the whole babyface character. Him turning, having a little edge. Good thing for him. He's done very well. Daniel Bryan, can't go wrong having him on any kind of match. Let's just be honest here. And then Edge. This is the reason why I never agree with people coming back after they've had some type of retirement. It was a nice pop at the Royal Rumble. Big pop, even though they missed the first spear to pan the crowd.
Kevin Dunn, God damn it. Bucky Beaver missed it. Too busy chewing on his wood.
Let's pan that crowd.
And this is the first fucking spear.
Fuck the spear. We want the crowd.
But I don't have any complaints on the way Edge looks because, you're going to get older. He does look in phenomenal shape for his age.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just, I just haven't, and I'm pretty sure you feel the same way about this, Freak, but any WWE programming has just been a bore to even try to attempt to watch. Even with having Edge on there. And I know Pops is a big Edge fan. Have you been trying to watch any of the stuff that they've done with Edge?
Here's my thing about Edge. If everybody knows and watches WrestleMania, they know that Edge is my favorite wrestler. He always was ever since he come in with the Brood. I've always watched him constantly. But you know, to me, Edge has nothing to prove to anybody. He is what he is. He proved it to everybody way before he even retired. And I think that what he should have done was just stayed retired. Because it's like when he could do something else in the business besides wrestle. He could go out and look for new talent, although I don't know what good it would do because they'd make it. Even if he got new talent, they'd be floundering just like the talent they got already. So if it was me, I'd just said no. I just put no. I'm not coming back. I got 2 kids. I'm going to make it 3. So long.
Like Edge, like I said, Edge. I like Edge, but like ever since he's came back, he it's not the same Edge.
No, he's not.
To me, he's not the same Edge. It's an older Edge, but
yeah.
But still you respect him because it is Edge,
and he has grit.
And he has grit, whatever that is. He has grit, true grit. But I'm not, and I like Daniel Bryan. He's a great worker. He's the best fucking thing on SmackDown as babyface wise.
This is a tough decision to get between.
Yeah,
the 3.
it's hard to choose because I like Roman Reigns and I like Daniel Bryan, but I know Edge ain't winning.
I'm going to give a prediction.
But I'm going. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going with Roman Reigns.
I'm going to go with Reigns.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to give a prediction here. I'm going to give a prediction. It's going to be Roman Reigns, and Edge is going to take the fall.
It's tough. I don't think Edge is winning. I really.
He's already automatically out.
Yeah. Well, didn't he turn heel?
Edge has nothing. To me, Edge has nothing to prove, even nowadays.
Yeah. Is he actually heel? Is he officially a heel now?
Technically, yeah.
Okay. So I think it'd be odd to put the belt on him if he's heel now. I think once I saw him that heel turn, I was like, all right, well, I guess he's not winning. So I'm going to say...
It's tied on him.
Just because he's my favorite worker in WWE right now, I'm going to say Daniel Bryan, but I'm not too confident about that. I think it makes for an intriguing match, though, when you don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah. And to be honest, this is probably one of the matches you really look forward to.
Okay. This is the only one.
What will happen? And I wouldn't be mad if Daniel Bryan won because I like Daniel Bryan too. I wouldn't care if Roman Reigns won because I like them both. But
okay, has everybody agreed that we all know that Edge is not going to?
Oh, Edge is not winning.
Yeah, Edge ain't winning.
He has no chance.
Yeah.
No chance. I love Edge. I always have, like I said, but I know that he's not going to get that title. There's no way possible. But we all know WWE too. So think about it that right there, Wade. The revolving thing that they do. It's stupid. If they do, I will be the first one to say you put the title on Edge. It's a stupid damn thing you did.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that about does it.
Right there on the Peacock, right?
Right there. Yeah, watch it on the Peacock.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to transfer mine over. Because I used to watch the network using somebody else's, but they're not transferring it over. So now I'm gonna have to actually revive my network and then I guess switch it over.
Like the people that bought the network should switch over.
Yeah.
Where they don't have to pay. If you already paid.
Yeah. So I'll figure that one out Saturday, an hour before the show starts. But yeah, where can we find you guys?
Well, you can find us right here on YouTube. You can also find us, Wrestling Rampage. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Wrestling Rampage 2. You can follow us on Twitter at Wrestling Rampage. You can also add the old man on Facebook. He's always having some tirades on there. As well as following me and Tommy on Instagram. So,
all right. Well, thank you guys once again for joining in. This was fun. Probably more fun than the actual pay-per-view.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah. All right. Hope everyone enjoyed. Peace out.